This is the BP311 Weekday Sports Picks Mega Tuesday show. Tuesday, October 18th, 2022. I am BP311. And as far as the football picks from last week are concerned, I got some splaining to do. I have changed some things. First and foremost, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Most importantly, please subscribe to the channel. If you want to turn the bells on, great. If you want to leave them off, that's fine too. The more subscribers, the better. If you've got insight, comment live if you're on here. If not, comment after the fact. I will return your comment. I will respond or like it at least. And try to get more interaction here. Like, comment, share, subscribe, please. And we'll start with, I talked to you last Monday. It's been a while. It was the 10th. The last time I talked to you on the Weekday Sports Picks show, we did do the NBA preview with Tanner Kern and TJ Soltog on Friday, the 14th. So the NBA picks are going to be, just to be giving you a recap of what I took and what the Lions have moved to now. You're going to get an NHL pick on this program that is not on the Hockey Picks show. There was no Hockey Picks show today, so a rare NHL exclusive for the Weekday Sports Picks program. I'm going to go over some golf ideas with you, and I've got picks for this weekend in the NCAA and the NFL and football. And I've also got a new system in the NFL. A lot of math involved there. I won't break it down for you, but I will tell you that I have more confidence in these picks. My normal picks here that I give out publicly are 2 to 3 units most of the time. I'll let you know if it's less, if it's a 1-unit play, or if it's an idea play. And I'll also let you know if it's more. The idea picks are 5 units, guys. So I'm really going strong and heavy on the system plays for the NFL. And a couple of them go against my initial feel and my initial picks that I put out for just the 2 units. I'm putting 5 on the other side for something that I've done mathematically that just makes more sense to me. So let's start with the recap. That's what we're going to do right now. And let's get through that. So we had Kansas +7, and they took on Oklahoma. They lost 52-42. They lost by 10, so unfortunately we lost there. TCU -3.5. They win the game by 3, 43-40, and it was just a bad beat. It was a bad break. It was an overtime game. They got the touchdown because it was overtime, didn't go for 2. And normally you'd have to go for 2 because they won the game at that point. It just ended right there. And that's a tough loss there for me because you lose by the hook there. 3 would have been a push, 3.5 is a loss, 2.5 would have been a win. Of course, you'd have to adjust the number to get it at 2.5. The one win I got in college football was very sweet. Best college football game I think I've ever watched start to finish, and just super excited with the result of it. Love having an opportunity to take the other side on a money line for big plus money against Alabama, and then having it come to fruition and having the Tennessee Volunteers get the job done there. 52-49, they cut the goalpost down. Tennessee hasn't lost yet. Hendon Hooker now the second biggest favorite for the Heisman. They look like a team of destiny. I'm hoping they can get this thing done. Of course, Georgia is going to be a huge hurdle, and then the SEC championship will be one as well. But I think if they beat Georgia, no matter what they do in the SEC championship game, they'll be in the top 4. They'll be in the college football playoff, and I'm really rooting for this team as one of my pet teams, and probably would root for them against almost anybody except Michigan Wolverines. That's the team. That's my team. That's my actual team. So a very sweet victory for the Tennessee Volunteers on Saturday. Moving along, North Carolina -5.5. They win 38-35, only won by 3. That's lost. And then USC, another heartbreaker, 43-42 loss to Utah. I had the money line there. +235 was the money line for Tennessee, which hit. I also doubled down. Firekeepers boosted it +290 day of. Tennessee helped me. Parlays helped me. Teasers helped me. I didn't actually lose money, but I barely made anything. So it was the same story on Sunday. But last time I talked to you, we were talking about Monday Night Football on the 10th. Chiefs-Raiders. Chiefs win 30-24. They win by 6. I had a -6.5. Another heartbreaker there, and that's considered a loss. We move on to Sunday. Jags money line over the Colts. They had their number up until this point. Colts get the job done this time, 34-27. That's a loss. The NFL win that we did get was the Falcons +6.5. They win outright 28-14 over the 49ers. The The Falcons are 6-0 against the spread. The Falcons are just amazing what they've been able to do. Mariota looks like the comeback player of the year. Love what I'm seeing there. We're going to go back to that again, and it's a system pick, so we'll get to that a little bit later. The other two losses we took were the Cardinals -2.5. I mean, I'm not sure when there will ever be another opportunity that I'll see to really bet on this team. Like, I just don't believe in this team at this point, and Hopkins can come back, and that doesn't really matter to me. Kingsbury's on the hot seat. They got this Anderson guy who was blowing up everybody in Carolina. I'm not sure that's going to help the morale or the backstage presence. Anyway, 19-9 Seahawks there. That's a loss. Chiefs, money line +110 against the Bills. Bills get done 24-20. I also had the Chiefs +3.5 loss there as well. I got to tip my hat to the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen. They got the job done. They got the monkey off their back. But can they do it in the playoffs? That's yet to be seen. We'll find out probably this postseason. All right, so recap on the football plays. 2-8, very bad weekend. When it comes to the system picks, I think that's going to change a lot of things. Unofficially took the Broncos +5.5 last night, a 5-unit play there to try the system out officially. Had done some numbers prior without actually taking bets, and the system looks like it's working. So we're going to ride with that. I got a lot more confidence in that. Like I said, the system bets from your 5-unit plays. Everything else is 2 to 3 unless I say otherwise. And the ideas are sprinkles, fractions of a unit. So record at time of recording here for season 2, BP311's Weekday Sports Picks, which is a separate thing from the Hockey Picks channel, by the way. We're 39-46, hitting at 45%. But something I wanted to show you. A lot of people just don't seem to realize this, but the reality of the situation is that you can hit about 40, 45, somewhere in that range, and still make a lot of money doing this based on the fact that I've taken a lot of plus money dogs, and you're not going to win as much as you lose. But it's too bright for you to see. On the 10 apps, the Pickett tracks. They track my all-time. I'm up 424.6 units. That's as of a couple of days ago. I haven't checked it today. I've been very busy putting this number together and getting the system going for the NFL. So we're going to move on now, and we're going to start with the NBA because the NBA starts tonight. The regular season kicks off in a doubleheader tonight. You've got the Boston Celtics and the Philadelphia 76ers in Boston, 7:30 TNT. That's the tip-off. I'm going to take the Philadelphia 76ers. Got a +132 at FanDuel. Looking like right now you can get the 76ers at +140, best line at Caesars. I think this team is better than Boston with everything that's going on in Boston, with the key injury there. They picked up another player for Philly. I don't like James Harden, but Embiid's going to show out tonight, in my opinion, and it's probably going to be a close game, but I think there's a lot of value in this money line, so I'm on Philadelphia there. That, by the way, is a 1-unit play. I'm making it an official pick, not an idea, but it is a lower unit play, by the way. The other game doubleheader, the one I'm really actually interested in watching, is the Golden State Warriors at home, welcoming in the Los Angeles Lakers, 10 o'clock TNT. That's a standard 2-unit play. I took the Warriors -5.5, did it on Friday, and announced both of these picks to you as well as the other 3 that I'm going to give out on This Week in Sports Betting, Season 2, Episode 4, NBA Preview, BB311, Tanner Kern, and TJ Saltall. Go back and check that out for me. Give that a like. Again, like, comment, share, subscribe to all of my stuff. BB311 here. Weekday Sports Picks on YouTube. This Week in Sports Betting on the same channel. BB311's Hockey Picks coming out 5 days a week with hockey plays for you. 7, 6, and 1 so far in that, but we went 4 and 5 over the weekend. BB311 spelled out over on TikTok, BB311, Facebook. I'm everywhere. So please like, comment, share, subscribe, get interactive with the social media. Help me out here and help me grow the page, the channel, the following, and so on and so forth. NBA. All right, so like I said, Sixers money line tonight. Warriors -5.5. That's now a -7. I would still take it. I think the Lakers, they don't show up good night 1, and then they start getting injured 2 weeks into the season generally. I'm not a fan of LeBron James. I know what he can do. I don't like this team. And I love the Warriors, as everybody probably knows from last season. I'm a big Curry guy, big Golden State guy. So definitely going for the Warriors there. Put some parlays on them as well, and hopefully Steph's not too limited tonight after what Kerr said yesterday as far as those minutes, because I need him to score some points and some threes. But we'll see what happens. Most of these parlays guys, they leave the risk-free stuff and the bet and get promotions. You got to be on top of that. We will go over a free money portion of the program coming up pretty soon here. Let's get into the Wednesday NBA slate and the 3 games that I do like here. One note on the Warriors-Lakers game is that TJ Salzog was talking to me this week in sports betting on the Friday show. If you go back to it, total is set at 225 here. Now, I did move it up to 230.5 and put it into a parlay. I like the under in this game, especially if you add about 5 points to the total, but I still like the under. I think that the Lakers are going to struggle to score, especially with Westbrook's out there trying to run things on the court. So the Wednesday slate. Okay, I like the Orlando Magic plus 165 on the money line over at PointsBet at the Detroit Pistons. I've seen what the Magic have coming into the preseason. I really like what I've seen from them. I know Detroit's got some talent, but they haven't really been able to put it all together just yet. I'm seeing plus 135 right now. Let me see. Plus 140 at Caesars, DraftKings, MGM, and PointsBet. That's your best line currently. Sometimes it pays to get the stuff a little bit earlier. But Magic, Wednesday night. Also Wednesday night, going with the New Orleans Pelicans plus 152 at Caesars on the money line at the New York Nets. Is it New York or New Jersey? Or I don't know. Brooklyn Nets. That's right. The Pistons are on 740 Bell Sports Detroit. Pelicans Nets 740 Yes Network. So we go with the Pelicans here over the Nets. I don't ever really expect a lot from the Nets. I think that most people have kind of given up on them to do anything other than maybe make the playoffs. It looks like Zion is going to play. His ankle soreness is kind of cleared up here. Pelicans right now, money line, best line, plus 140 at PointsBet currently. Again, helps to get these numbers a little bit early, guys. That's all I'm saying. But next move, next play, next NBA bet Wednesday night, I'm going with the Dallas Mavericks. I got them at plus 180 on the money line over at MGM as they play in Phoenix against the Suns. I'm seeing the best line currently right now on that one is plus 165. Your points better plus 160 at DraftKings. I love Dallas in this spot. I love Luka in this spot. Night 1, he's going to show out in my opinion. So that's what I got in NBA, guys. It's just money lines of 1 unit play. Everything else is 2 units. It's Golden State minus 5.5. I'd still take it at 7. It's Magic plus 165. I'd still take it at plus 140 or 150. Pelicans plus 152. I'd still take that at plus 140. Mavericks plus 180. I'd still take that at plus 165. A lot of times, early lines, better numbers, but not always. We're through the NBA portion. We're going to go into NHL and PGA shortly. Let's do the free money portion here. All right, I'm not going to put a banner up for it. I got a lot of things to tell you about. I have a lot of things that I have taken advantage of today, and I think most of it's today. And you should too. I mean, some people are going to scoff at this, like, oh, it's a max $10 bet or it's a $10 risk free. Look, every little bit helps. And as far as I'm concerned, I don't see any reason not to take a bet and get or a risk free or a whatever you want to call it, no sweat bet type scenario promotion, because it's basically free money. DraftKings right now giving out 33%, 3+ leg plus 300 same game parlay boost tokens for NHL bets. I did 3 of those today. If you want to check those out, you go to either Curran the Coach on Discord. I have my own tab, BP311, all my videos and my plays to drop there. Not all of them, but a majority of them. And if you also go to the Wagers Lounge on the NHL picks and slips, that's where I post my plays pretty much every day. I'm there for the NHL stuff. I do live bet at NHL. I'm really big into the NHL. So tonight, I'm probably going to have multi-screens going. I'm probably going to be watching a couple of different games and trying to keep tabs on what's going on. But there's only 2 games in the NBA. They're not going to be going on head-to-head. NHL is going to have a lot more action, a lot more live betting opportunities. So check out those Discords, and maybe you can see what I'm doing live and what I'm finding value in as the games go on. Also, DraftKings is doing if you bet $100 on any casino game, I did it on blackjack. Actually, it was hockey blackjack. I won about $20 in that process of burning through 100. I actually profited about 20 there. I got the $10. It's one-time playthrough bonus. I made a couple dollars there, and you also get another $10 on top of that if the 76ers over 40 points. The line in that first quarter of that game for tip-off tonight is 55 points, so chances are it will go over 40. And then you'll get another $10 in casino credits, all of it one-time playthrough for this particular promotion over at DraftKings. They haven't done that kind of stuff in a long time as far as I'm concerned. So they're starting to get the promotions, the boosts, all this stuff. They're starting to get back, I think. For a while there, it seemed like they didn't care anymore. And obviously it hurt them, so they're trying to get back into it. So I would take advantage of that. I think that's all for DraftKings is doing a couple more things. They're doing LeBron James, Steph Curry, and Joel Embiid all to score 20 points tonight. It's plus 100. Yes, it's a max $10 bet, but it's basically a free $10, I would think. They're also doing it for tomorrow night for just Kevin Durant to score 20 points plus 100 and a max $25 wager there. Moving on. Bet Rivers right now today, if you go over there, deposit $100, you're going to get a $20 in casino credits, a bonus, and it's one-time playthrough over there as well. I made some money on that, turned around and bet some extra stuff that I maybe wouldn't have. But that's okay. Let's see. They're also doing, if you bet $25 on any NBA game, you get a $10 free bet right away. You have to do a minus 200 or higher odds. So what I did there was I took the Warriors minus 3, which was exactly minus 200. Laid the 25 to get the free 10. Points bet, $2 free same game parlay before 10 p.m. tonight for any NBA game. So if you want to make it crazy, give yourself a huge opportunity to make some real coin off of a free bet. If you want to do safe and get $2, $4, $6 out of it, I went somewhere in the middle at a plus 500, so I get free $10 if my bet hits. And if I recall, it was Golden State alternate spread, brought it down to about 3.5 points. Give me Curry's over, and I think it was Poole. I think it was Poole's points, something like that. Just throwing stuff out there. Points bet, did that. FanDuel, risk free or no sweat. Same game parlay bet there. 3-leg plus 400 NBA same game parlay is risk free up to $10. So there's another opportunity there for you to make some extra money. Parks is doing a $10 same game 3+ leg plus 300 bet and get promotion. So with this one, you put $10 on a same game parlay tonight, got to be plus 300 3+ legs, and you get $10 free bet right away. And the other ones are golf. So let's move into the NHL and PGA. I'm going to combine these because we don't do a lot with this. So we're probably going to spend more time talking about golf on this particular show and channel than we are NHL. I have my own NHL Picks, BP311's Hockey Picks channel. Check that out. Go over there, like, comment, share, subscribe, please. Bells on or off, that's up to you. But I'm just looking to add to the subscriber count more than anything. Please, and thank you. All right, let's do NHL real quick then. I didn't put a Hockey Picks video out today. I didn't put multiple picks out today. I did take a couple parlays with the boost over at DraftKings. The only straight play I have tonight on the NHL as of right now is the New York Islanders money line 3-way no push against the Sharks in New York, minus 120 over at DraftKings. I think they're going to win that game, and they're probably going to win it relatively easily. The Sharks are a very bad hockey team, and you could take a puck line. Probably might get plus money on that. I'm really not sure, but I like the 3-way no push there, minus 120. Not too big of a vig to pay. Moving on. Golf. I did take a look at this. So Parks or Gun Lake, whatever you want to call it, they're throwing out one here. McIlroy, Rahm, or Thomas to win the CJ Cup, my plus 300. I think that's good value if you consider the fact that Rahm is 10-1. McIlroy is plus 700. And Thomas is plus 750. I think the only other guy in there, with low odds, depends on where you look too. I mean, you can get Thomas at 1,600 at DraftKings, Rahm's 10 times at PointsBet, McIlroy 7 times at Bet Rivers. There was one more guy who was in there. Scotty Scheffler's 12 times your money. He's the one right there in between. Get the 12 times at points bet if you want to go with him. Those are your top 4 expected to win guys. I did sprinkle that. It's a golf idea play. But, you never know when a guy you never heard of was going to win. Like the Zozo last weekend, took a similar bet on it, and it was at Parks or Gun Lake, and it was around the same odds if I recall. And I did pull it back up. It's Shifley, Matsuyama, or Morikawa. Plus 400 to win the Zozo. Of course, none of them did. The sprinkle went away, and this guy named Keegan Bradley won it. So, I mean, it's a crapshoot. It's golf. That's why they're idea bets. That's why they're not official. That's why they're sprinkles. We took a chance on Spieth that, God, I can't remember the name of the actual event that took place. I think it was back in May. We hit it for like 40 times your money. I paid like 200, so it was plus 3,900 if I remember correctly. And that's why I do these. They're fun. They're fun little sprinkles, and when you hit one, it makes it all worth it. So there's 2 I actually looked at, and it's Spieth again. You can get Spieth right now at 30 times your money over to Bet Rivers. And the other one I like as far as a long shot guy that I've actually heard of that I know anything about is Matsuyama. You can get him at 40 times your money over at DraftKings right now. Those are the golf ideas. The official NHL rare weekday sports picks, NHL pick Islanders 3-way money line, no push, minus 120 at DraftKings against the Sharks. And then we move on, guys. Football time. College, NCAA. Look, you can't do a model in college football, as far as I'm concerned. You got teams in the first 3 weeks generally playing out of conference, lower ranked teams who just aren't any good. And then they start playing conference games. It's really hard to put together a system mathematically that works and makes sense in college football, so I haven't even tried. I'm just going to keep going by feel like I do on most things, to be honest with you. I don't sit here and stare at numbers a whole ton of a lot. May do that more with the NBA this year. Am doing it now more with the NFL. With college, it's really impossible, in my opinion, to do that. It doesn't make a lot of sense. You got to have a lot of variables involved. But with the pro leagues, you kind of can. NHL, I like to just go with my feeling, go with my gut. So, and NCAA this weekend, I've got 4 plays for you. Okay. I love Tennessee, right? But I don't even know what the line's going to be when they play some rat team I've never heard of. So I'm not going with them this week. But TCU's kind of been my other pet team this year. I took TCU -6 against Kansas State. Games on 8 o'clock, Fox Sports 1 Saturday night. Here's the thing. It's at 3.5 now. So I liked it at 6. I love it at -3.5. Go get the Horned Frogs to cover that number on Saturday night. Now, I know they won by 3 past Saturday. They go to a lot of overtime games. Kansas State can be a little bit gritty. TCU, in my opinion, is one of the top 3 teams in the Big 12. I think they get this thing done, and in somewhat convincing fashion. Another opportunity, in my opinion, to fade Alabama, not outright in a money line scenario this time. Mississippi State, I mean, there's a lot of overreaction for them losing to Kentucky last week, but there's less overreaction to Alabama losing to Tennessee, and then almost losing to Texas, and then almost losing to A&M. Like, Alabama's not what they were as far as what I'm seeing from them this year. Bryce Young is phenomenally amazing, but what about the rest of this team? I'm not seeing a lot from them other than maybe Gibbs. Mississippi State getting 21.5 points. Yes, thank you. I'll take that. -110 everywhere. It's +21 straight flat, straight up right now. Games on 7 p.m. ESPN Saturday night. I'll leave Mississippi State getting the points either way. I like having the hook that I got early on it, but +21 is a pretty good number. I don't think that Alabama is going to world eat anytime soon against any relevant team like Mississippi State has been this season. Earlier games, I'm going backwards here on the time slots, but just the way I wrote it down. Ole Miss money line, I got it at -105. It looks like you can still get it at +105 right now. Games on 3:30 CBS. They're playing LSU. I think +105 is pretty much everywhere on that one, guys. I was going to take a look to try to see, but I don't think it's going to be hard to find that number. A lot of 3:30 games this weekend. Of course, all my stuff's Eastern time zone. Just to let you know, money line, Ole Miss +105 is either at Caesars or DraftKings currently, and it's better than what I got it at. So Last one, UCLA plus 192 over at Caesars on the money line against Oregon, 3:30 Saturday on Fox. The Ducks don't have what it takes, in my opinion, to beat the Bruins. I'm rolling UCLA here. They've done some great things for me lately, and I'm going to keep riding them until they let me down. I guess that's it for NCAA. The NFL portion is probably going to be the biggest portion of this program. It's going to take up the most time. We've gone 25 minutes already. This is probably the longest weekday sports pick show ever. If I get some live interaction, it may actually even be longer because I will respond for your comments on the screen. We'll talk about anything you want to, anytime you want to. The problem probably is that I don't go live at any given specific time. Sometimes I don't go live. Sometimes it's for the videos out pre-recorded. It's kind of a crapshoot, and my schedule is kind of that way too, so it makes it very difficult for me to go live at a specific time every day. And even when I was doing that, I wasn't getting a whole lot of interaction on it. So NFL, there's a lot here. There's a lot of numbers. I'm going to go over everything. So I took 4 bets early. I think I took them on Friday. And I would like to do that, but I think going forward, I'm going to start making my numbers for the week Tuesday, because then I'll actually have all the numbers from the prior week to do so. We're heading into week 7 of the NFL, week 8 NCAA football, week 7 of the NFL. Week 6 is history. Now I have all the numbers I need, and I've done the system. Before we get to the system bets, let's go with the feel bets, okay? A couple of these I'm probably going to tell you just not to take. Titans money line minus 125 is when I got it. They played the Colts Sunday at 1 o'clock. In Nashville. It's now minus 140, best line over at DraftKings. I love this bet. My system on this particular game has it as a Tennessee minus 1. So I like the money line. It makes sense. I would take the Tennessee money line even at minus 140. If you can't stomach the juice, parlay it with something else. Maybe this. Cowboys minus 7 against the Lions in Dallas, also 1 o'clock Sunday. The Lions have Chark questionable, Swift questionable. They have a list of injuries a mile long. Cowboys are getting Dak back. They're literally, if not the best, they're one of the top defenses in the league. Of all the teams that I ran numbers on, which is all but the 4 that have a bye week this weekend, Dallas is legitimately the best defense on average out of all of them. And the Lions are the opposite of that. They're the worst defense in the league. So Dallas is going to roll, and I think they're going to roll easily. This whole narrative about the Lions, they got blanked for one thing. They got blanked a couple of weeks ago, last time they played, by the Patriots, no less. So put a fork in them. They're done. And this whole idea that Jared Goff can be the guy here should be done and dead too. I never liked the idea to begin with, but that's just me. Cowboys minus 7. I like that pick too. And if we go to my numbers on this particular game, it's looking like a Dallas minus 4 is my number for this game. So if you wanted to tease it down, you can take the minus 140 with the Titans, tease it down, Dallas minus 3.5 or something like that. You probably get plus money. The 3rd and 4th field picks, original picks, early picks, stuff that I took early on, I'm not in love with them. They actually go right against the system. So I would not take these, but I will give them out because I took them, and this is going to make it difficult for me. It's making it difficult for me to win a lot of bets this weekend when I'm going against myself in a couple spots. Packers minus 6 against the Commanders, commies. I don't care. Minus 110, 1 o'clock Sunday. It's now at 5.5. I did get it at 6. I'm not sure what to make of the Green Bay Packers right now. It looks like a lot of dysfunction and disorganization. Aaron Rodgers not getting along with anyone. And, except the one guy. And I don't know what to say. The Commanders are a terrible team. Taylor Heineke's coming back. Carson Wentz is hurt. That might even be an improvement for them. I'm not sure. We'll go to the system soon. I don't want to do it just yet. I want to give the system picks out on their own. Okay? Sunday Night Football, Dolphins minus 6 at home against the Steelers, 8 o'clock-ish. Sunday night on NBC. Two is back in this game. I think that all the Tyreek and Waddle, I think that all those guys are probably going to play here. I know that they've seemingly been questionable week after week since Tua went down. My feeling is that they will play. Let me just take a look and see what I can find out for you real quick on that. There's information to remember that, That's tough. So I'm looking at Hill is probable. Waddle is probable. So, I mean, he's going to have his weapons. He's going to be back in form. Whether you think he should come back this soon or not, we're going to find out what he is now. And if he is what he was before and the O-line can protect him a bit more than they did, this may be a good field play. Problem is the system goes against it, so you might not want to take it. All right. Now we're going to go into the system picks. But before we go into the system picks, I'm just going to run through the games I haven't ran through already. And I'll give you the picks at the end. So hang on, hang tight, like, comment, share, subscribe. Okay, so let's talk about Thursday night a little bit. New Orleans and Arizona. My number on this game is a pick 'em. Arizona's a -1.5 point favorite by the books right now here. I don't know what to do with this game. You get Hopkins back. You get this Anderson guy from Carolina who may or may not contribute. I don't know who's throwing for New Orleans. There's an issue there. Their defense is pretty good, seemingly, but like, can their offense put up points? So what I've got here is it looks like New Orleans is, averaging 23.3 a game, giving up 26.3. It's a -3 margin. Arizona putting up 19 points a game, giving up 23.6, and all the math breaks down to basically it's a pick 'em game. There's going to be some risk-free, no sweat, same game parlay stuff out there. Definitely, I know that FanDuel's doing it. I think for Thursday night, DraftKings does it. Sports Illustrated does it. Parks or Gun Link has a 50% insurance, which you can put out a $20 parlay, get a $10 free bet if it doesn't hit, and vice versa down from there. I don't think that I can put a bunch of parlays out on this thing. And if I do, it's probably going to be a lot of unders. What hit for me really well on a Thursday night recently, I think it was last week even, Bears and Commanders or something like that. I think that was the Bears and the Commanders game. And it was under 23.5 for both teams, and it was a Robinson touchdown because he just came back from getting shot, and it was kind of a narrative thought. You want to throw a touchdown scorer in there. The problem is with these two teams playing, will there be any touchdowns in the game? I don't know. Thursday night's been just a shit show. I saw a meme, it showed Thursday night football was like a ugly-looking midget, and Sunday night and Monday night were hot women. That's what's happening. Amazon Prime spent way too much money on this, and they've gotten all the worst games. Anyway, I wouldn't touch this game as far as a straight play, as far as big money. If you want to take some same-game parlays with risk-free tokens, bet and get promotions, be my guest. It's an under type of situation for me, especially with the New Orleans defense. Giants, Jags, my number here is Jacksonville -1. The book says Jacksonville -3. So with the system, has to be a 4-point swing. I want a field goal plus a point so I don't lose by a hook or anything like that if I'm going to take something. So no play for me there. I lean Jacksonville, but the Giants, I don't even know what to say. How they've been as successful as they have, the only thing I can attribute it to is the guys that they brought in from Buffalo to run the show for them, the culture change, culture shock, because they haven't brought in any really big pieces that are new. So if Jacksonville does what we know they can do, they can win this game because their offense is stout and stellar. They're extremely talented, but they're extremely young. What can Peterson make happen? That's basically the question here. But I would lean Jacksonville. No play on the game for me. Next one is Green Bay, Washington. So you know that I took the Packers -6 on my field play. This is a watch line for me, actually, in the other direction. So when I got Packers -6, what I didn't know, because it was Friday, is if I would have ran the numbers on Tuesday, which I did today, actually, then I would have seen that my number in this game is Green Bay -2. So at +6, I actually would take the Commanders at this point in time, but it's 5.5 currently. If it ever does move to 6, I'm going to take the Commanders with a higher unit play than what I took the Packers -6 at, because this is a system watch potential play. Okay. Trying to stay in the 1 o'clock window. You got Tampa and Carolina here. This would have been a play. It would have been a system pick, but the chaos in Carolina has kept me off of it. That's basically what it is. Not to mention Tampa Bay, one of the top 4 defenses, giving up only 17.1 a game. Carolina's going to have a hard time getting the thing going, and I don't even know who their quarterback's going to be. So my number in the game I'm sorry, I'm looking for it. My number is Tampa Bay -5. So at 10.5, it would be a play on Carolina plus 10.5. But I don't know. I think Baker's hurt. Darnold, is he coming back off IR? I don't know. Walker, is he hurt or is he good now? Is Eason going to play? I can't touch this game. So the system tells me to take Carolina in the points 10.5. I'm not touching it. This is the one that I just said no. So I got another watch for you. A potential system play if the number moves the right direction. And this one probably won't based on the key number. But it's Cleveland and Baltimore. And my number here is Baltimore -3. The book's got this thing. Is it 7? The 7 would be 4. Let me look at this. Now I'm confusing myself a little bit. 6.5. And that's it. That's why. So my number is, again, Baltimore -3. Baltimore to win by exactly a field goal. The number's 6.5. Cleveland plus 6.5. I don't know. Cleveland plus 7. I'm probably going to jump on it, just to be honest with you. That's where I'm at on this one. It's a watch, just like so if the Commanders move to a +6, I'll take the Commanders. And of course, this has to happen probably at least an hour before game time. I mean, I'm going to be doing so much the hour prior, I'm probably not going to see it, but we'll see. The other one is if Cleveland goes to a +7, I will take them as well. I'm trying to get the picks for last, so let's move along. 1 o'clock window, Colts, Titans. I've already told you about that one. Titans -1 is my number. I think Titans are laying 2.5. I wouldn't lay the 2.5. I would just take the money line there. Like I said, if you have to parlay it because you can't stomach -140, then do so. Detroit and Dallas. I had already taken the Cowboys -7 as a feel play. My actual number in this game is Dallas -4. Again, Dallas the best defense. Detroit the worst defense. That's obviously Dallas -7 is my play. Dallas -4 is my official number. You want to tease it down to a 3.5, throw it in a parlay. I understand that as well. Moving into the 4 o'clock window with Houston and Las Vegas. Both these teams seem to be a little bit dreadful at the moment. My number in this game is a pick 'em. And it looks like the book has Houston +7. So this should be a pick. This should be a system play. I'm holding off right now. And there's no legitimate reasoning. I just have a hard time taking the Texans, even with 7 points. I mean, the other teams I'm taking, you may say, why would you have a problem with this one? I just don't know with Houston, man. So I'm going to be able to audible this. Like, I'll tell you what my number is, and I'll tell you if it should be a pick or not, technically. And technically, this one should be a pick. The Texans +7 fits my system, and it should be a play. I didn't jump on it. You got Devontae Adams and Derek Carr and Darren Waller on the other side of the ball here. I'm just not going to do it. I can't say that I won't do it. I'll say right now it's not a play for me. But if you like the system, you like the numbers, and this may evolve over time if it keeps being successful for us, you may take things that I don't. Based on my own numbers, that sometimes I just have to fade them. So moving along, I'm going to go over I've got the 4 picks left and only 2 other games that I didn't play on. So let's do the 2 I didn't play. And let's do the picks at the end. Kansas City, San Francisco. My number in the game is Kansas City -3, and the book's showing Kansas City -3. I love the Chiefs. I'm a Chiefs fan. I was all over the Chiefs against the Bills, all over the Chiefs most of the season. I think they will win this game, probably by more than 3. Doesn't fit my system. I didn't even take it by feel to begin with. I'm staying off of it. From there, we're gonna have one more we're gonna have to keep an eye on and we're gonna have to watch for a number change. Bears, Patriots, Monday Night Football, which I don't know what's going on with Monday and Thursdays, but it hasn't been good lately. Not even on Monday for that matter. My number in this game is the Patriots -5. The number being offered is Bears +8. If it goes to 9, I'm going to take the Bears. Patriots stomped the Lions, took the Packers to overtime, beat up on the Browns. But the actual talent in that team isn't great. Neither is it in Chicago. It's simple. I'm using a system. I'm doing it by math. If it goes to 9, I take the Bears. That's a watch. It's a watch, a wait, and a see. The 4 picks in the system that fit the system that I didn't turn my stomach up at, like the Texans, +7, were these. New York Jets. And here's the thing, that number is moving. So that's the one you're going to want to get on right away. I should have started the show with it. Maybe. I don't know. It's the Jets and the Broncos. My number in the game is Jets -4. They're giving you points with the Jets. When I started doing the numbers, it was 3 points. By the time I got ready to actually make my pick, I got 2 points, +2 with the Jets against the Broncos. I took that. A lot of places are going to 1.5. So Jets plus anything. Get it, grab it, good, go. Even if this line flips, I would take the Jets on the money line, but I would do it as soon as you possibly can. Get the value. Take the number. Take +1.5, take +2. I took it +2 at MGM. It was one of the only 2 places that were still offering that number, and that was about an hour ago. So let me take a look real quick here for you right now. Bet Rivers has it at 2. MGM has it at 2. Almost everywhere else is at 1.5, and Caesars has even moved it to a 1. So I would jump this as quickly as you can. Take plus anything with the Jets, plus money on the money line if you'd like. It fits the model. It fits the system. That's pick official system pick 1. 4 o'clock game, by the way. We're going to go backwards to the 1 o'clock slate for the Atlanta Falcons Cincinnati Bengals game. My number in this game is Cincinnati -2. You're getting it 6 points with Atlanta. It's exactly a 4-point swing. I will take Atlanta Falcons +6. They've covered every number all year. Yeah, at some point I expect that they won't. It's a free roll anyway. Even for 5 units, they've won me that much money. I'll take the Falcons +6, and it fits the system. System play number 2, official Atlanta Falcons +6 against the Cincinnati Bengals. That's it. The 1 o'clock time slate. Now we're going back to the 4 o'clock time slate. Sorry about the movement there, but I'm just trying to follow my own notes, which sometimes can be more challenging than you would imagine. Seattle Seahawks, LA Chargers in the afternoon window. My number on this game is Chargers -2. They're giving you +6.5 with Seattle. I'm on Seattle +6.5. System pick number 3, Seahawks +6.5. And the 4th and final system pick is for Sunday Night Football. You have the Dolphins and the Steelers. As you know, I took the Dolphins -6 as a field play early on last Friday. Did the numbers today for the system picks. My number is Miami -2. I know you're working with averages and Tua's been out for a little while. Maybe take that in consideration. This might be the only one that I did take that I question. But at the same point, I got 2 units on Dolphins -6. I got 5 units on Pittsburgh +7. System pick number 4th and final officially is Pittsburgh +7 against the Dolphins on Sunday Night Football. We'll see what happens. Those are the 4 official. So let's go back over those. The field picks: Titans money line, Cowboys -7, Packers -6, Dolphins -6. Now I go against myself here a couple times. 1 on a watch, secondly on an official. System picks: Falcons +6, Jets +2, 1.5, whatever. Plus anything with the Jets is good. Seattle +6.5, and Pittsburgh +7. The 4 official system picks. The 3 to watch. Oh, you get that gray area. Houston Texans +7. If you wanted it fits the system. I just couldn't I couldn't get myself to do it. The 3 to watch are in the 2 in the 1 o'clock window, and then 1 for Monday night. 1 o'clock window is Washington is at 5.5 right now. If it goes to +6, I would take it. It fits the system. At 5.5, not quite. And the same thing with the Browns. Browns are at 6.5 right now. If it goes to +7, I would take that. Fits the system. And the last one is the Bears. It's +8 right now. If it goes to +9, I would take it. It fits the system for Monday Night Football against the Patriots. Excuse me. I'm out of breath. 45 minutes, longest show ever. Went through everything for you. I guess I just recapped everything anyway. Islanders tonight. 3-way no push money line. There was some golf ideas you got to go back for. NBA ideas you can go back into this show, or you can watch This Week in Sports Betting Season 2, Episode 4 from Friday with Tanner, myself, and TJ Saltdog. 3 watches on the system, 4 plays on the system, 4 plays in the NFL that were by feel, 4 plays in NCAA football, 5 plays in the NBA, 3 golf ideas, 1 NHL pick, official and exclusive to this program. Just this time, probably. Check me out, BPTHREELEVN on TikTok, BP311 Hockey Picks on YouTube, BP311's Weekday Sports Picks, BP311's This Week in Sports Betting here on this channel. Another announcement coming soon about another special coming up in the not-so-distant future on the Wagers Lounge, NHL Talk, NHL Picks and Slips Discord tabs. I'm on my own BP311 tab as well as the Hockey tab, often on Kern and the Coaches Discord. I think I'm out of breath. I need something to drink. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Keep it profitable. See ya.